Hello, Buko here. Okay. I hope
If you're too
everyone is
exhausted
ready.
from work, just take a rest.
No, I'm not gonna rest just yet. I have a lot of reading to do, Xavier. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm ready. Hello. Hope everybody's been good. It's been not that long. I think last streamed in Saturday. Yeah, not that far. Yeah. Hello. I'm good. Hope y'all been good too. I've basically just been logging in. Oh, and I also have been doing the event. I noticed that for Salus's birthday, there are events that like, oh, what is this? Okay. Okay, so I've been only doing these like daily tasks because like I feel like I have to do them, right? Every day. I haven't actually read any of the story though. So I'm still fresh. I haven't been spoiled on anything. I want to keep myself as like spoiler free as possible for tomorrow's stream. I felt bad that like I technically already watched this thing. I didn't read it at all. So I don't know what happens. But I did feel bad. I wanted to do everything related to this event in one stream tomorrow. But yeah, so I just did these daily tasks. Hopefully I can clear everything tomorrow too. But today is not Silas's birthday. It's, yeah, wait till tomorrow for sure. Today is Xavier's Anecdotes reading. Okay, so like, there's this, thankfully, someone graciously typed up like a whole watch order for me, or no, not even watch order, reading order for me. Yeah, all the big banners come with story chapter sections. We'll have to look up older events to see all those at some point.
Or hungry?
Are those uploaded to YouTube as well? Because I know that the memories are uploaded, but I don't know about the event stories. Okay, where's this one comment? Yeah, so big thank you to Cat Sid. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know it's Irish. Thank you for Kate Sith. Because they typed up this really long, really in-depth tutorial on like reading order for today. So for the very...
If you don't say anything, I'll assume we're playing red light, green light.
For now, all I'm gonna do is just put this somewhere. I'm gonna be doing oh my gosh, that's way too big. Whoa. I have to make that a lot smaller. No, even smaller. Sorry about this. That wasn't like... That wasn't... Oh, there you go, Xavier.
What's wrong?
Anecdotes. So I'll do Xavier's Anecdotes first, then... Oh my gosh. Okay, let me move this here. Xavier does look fluffy on the screen. I like this outfit he has on. It's very chill. I can post a list in the comment section for you to search whenever you want to do those, be it during Xavier month or later. Sure. Okay, well technically Xavier month's almost over. On Saturday, I'm gonna be reacting... Oh wait, actually, no, I can do another stream, which is Xavier's event stories. That'd be great.
You seem a little out of it.
Yeah, Xavier month doesn't have to be over yet. Xavier rerun is coming soon. Oh, maybe I should extend Xavier month up until his like rerun. I think that'd be pretty cool. Is it a rerun for one of his myths? That'd be interesting, like the Lumiere myth or the Philos myth. Xavier months. Yes, his limited. Okay.
Are you sleepy?
Oh my goodness. World Underneath.
You seem a little out of it.
So Xavier Anecdotes, World Underneath, and then lastly, branch story. Okay, so this is what I have on the chopping board today. Can I make that like easier to see? Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so this is what I have for us today. Xavier Anecdotes, World Underneath, and then his branch story and prologue to tomorrow. That's like the order. Yeah, his myth might be next week, or it might be another banner first. Okay, gotcha. Are we doing the other guys too? Let's see how it goes. I don't know if I have enough time to do the Raphael and Zane. If it takes like 2.5 hours for me to do everything, then I think I'll do Zane's and Raphael's on another day. I don't want to like speed run all of the content in Love and Deepspace too fast. You know what I mean? I don't want to rush too much. I want to take my time and really absorb this story that I'm reading. It's gonna be a long stream just with Xavier alone. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, right? What do you plan to do next after Xavier? Zane next, and then Raphael to finish. His branching story is pretty long. Or sorry, did you mean? Sorry, Loxybox. Did you mean like, who do I react to after Xavier's 5-star memories? If that was your question, then I would be reacting to
red light, green light.
Raphael's next, because I want to save Zane's 5-star memories for last, because I'm trying to pull as many 5-star Zane memories as I can after Xavier month. Yeah, so it's next month, it's Raphael month. Because I want to save as much, not even save, I want to try to get as many Zane 5-star memories as I can, so that I don't have to like search up videos on YouTube and I can just read it at my own pace. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yay, Raphael, my second fave. Good. Yeah, I feel like Raphael is the one that I know the least about. Like, yeah, we did have that period where we were looking at, or like, we were with him on the island and we were just, getting the ether core with him, stuff like that. But I know the least about him. Aside from Caleb. I don't count Caleb because technically I shouldn't even know that he's alive. I shouldn't know that he survived the explosion, right? But I do, just from based on the fact that you can get him in the menu like this. Like, the fact that he can show up here means that he did not die. So you can't blame me for thinking that he survived that. Yeah, Raph month is next after Xavier. Maybe Raphael month can be like May. Yeah, you're gonna have to sit tight for the Zane content because I might make Zane month like 2 months. You'll see Caleb soon enough in the base story. Okay, gotcha. I will see Caleb eventually. But for now, sorry Caleb, not your month yet. It is Xavier's. And for today, I'm gonna be just doing a bunch of his anecdotes. Yeah, I think I'll start with his anecdotes first. Yeah, where is that? Story. No, not even that. Yeah, here. Anecdotes. A special vacation. I don't even know why I had made progress on this. I don't think I actually read these. Oh no, you know what it was? I had to read, quote unquote, read Xavier's Xavier's anecdotes for the like event that gave you a free 5-star selector as a new player. This was one of the missions. So I had to read until chapter 3, but I didn't actually read it. I just skipped it. You know what I mean? 2 months Zane content. Yeah. The fact that Caleb is a love interest kind of ruins it for new players. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay. So when that happened, when that explosion happened, I was just sad that the grandma died. Because I knew Caleb didn't die. You know what? At the very least, I don't think grandma comes back in the future. Yeah, we all skipped it for the gems. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So, I did my like vocal warm-ups, so my voice should be all right for narration. But I'm gonna try to be as calm as possible, because Xavier deserves it. Xavier deserves a calm narration and everything. So sit back and relax as I read A Special Vacation. Frank's summer homework. Write an essay titled, "When I grow up, I want to be a blank," to understand the kind of job you want to do. After reading his son's homework assignment for summer vacation, Ulysses asks, "What do you want to be when you grow up, Frankie?" 7-year-old Frank's eyes sparkle. "I want to be a deep space hunter." He jumps up and down. "I'm gonna defeat wanderers like this. Swish, 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 swish. They're so awesome." Ulysses looks a little surprised. "Really?" "Really?" Smiling, Ulysses pulls his son onto his lap. "I have a friend who's a deep space hunter. In fact, he's the best of the best. Do you want to go to his place and have him teach you how to become one?" The best... I thought that was narration. Sorry. The best of the best? What kind of hunter is he? The hunters in the cartoons are already really cool. They wear shiny outfits with super cool weapons. They travel to every corner of the city, flying across the sky, and can run on walls. A single move is enough to amaze the whole world. If there's a hunter better than them, doesn't that mean he'd be cooler? Following his dad to his old friend's house, Frank watches as the door opens. He's filled with longing and anticipation. Then he's stunned. The man inside is wearing a pair of white slippers and regular pajama pants. There was no shiny golden outfit. He didn't transform. He wore normal clothes, and he had a lopsided sleeping mask with stars on it. He still looks a little tired after yawning. This person is a deep space hunter? He talks to Dad, but Frank doesn't pay attention. He could see the question mark on the man's face. It changed into an exclamation mark and then ellipses. After that, he kneels down to look at Frank in the eye. "Hello, my name is Xavier." His voice. It doesn't seem like he would shout a catchphrase. Frank's heart beats frantically in his chest. He grabs the hem of his father's shirt and says, "I'm Frank." He looks at Xavier's hair. "Grandpa?" But looking at Xavier's face, he's unsure. "Uncle?" Xavier lowers his head, scratching his neck. Xavier is good enough. Okay, so that's chapter 1. Playing this while on a drive, like an audiobook. Hope you enjoyed the lore, and don't forget to hydrate. Yes, thank you very much. I shall not forget to hydrate. I have this big bottle of water next to me. I don't know if you can hear that. But I am well hydrated, thank you. Okay. Chapter 2. A Deep Space Hunter's Home. Dad drives away not long after, leaving Frank alone with Xavier. Xavier closes the door and takes Frank's tiny suitcase inside. Frank hurries after him, curiously looking around. This is the house of a deep space hunter. Sorry, I had to redo that line. Would he have an entire wall filled with weapons and bombs? What about tiny robots that fly around everywhere? Would there be a sleeping pod as big as a room? After walking around, Frank realizes that Xavier doesn't have any of these. "Mr. Xavier, where's your armory?" Xavier's pressing some buttons on his juicer. Frank's question causes him to mess up, so he presses cancel and restarts the process. I don't have enough weapons for one. What about your robots? The phone on the table lights up. Okay, who's talking here? Oh yeah, it's probably Xavier. Hello, how may I help you? Where do you sleep? Xavier looks around. You can sleep anywhere here. He's nothing like the hunters in the cartoons. Frank is disappointed. Poor Frank. Xavier hands him a cup of yellowish green liquid. Do you like weapons and robots? No, but a hunter's house should have these things, right? Frank takes a sip of drink and makes a face. Huh? You would rather drink Dad's veggie juice. He's about to ask Xavier what it is when he sees Xavier had finished his own cup without a hint of disgust. What makes you think that? Xavier asks, putting down his cup. As a guest, Frank has to be polite. He forces himself to swallow the liquid in his mouth, thinking that maybe it's some kind of energy supplement. He places the cup on the corner of the table. Everyone in Hunters Unite has one. They have a secret base filled with tons of stuff too. Did you hide yours, Mr. Xavier? Xavier thinks for a moment before saying, their stuff comes with their base. Mine is simpler, so it doesn't have as much. Seeing Frank's cup remain untouched, Xavier picks it up. Do you not like juice? Frank's eyes widen. That was juice? Oh my god. See, this is the problem with Xavier cooking or making anything. he's really bad at it. Although, I remember in 21 Days, he was actually pretty decent at cooking. Like that 21 Days 5-star memory. Oh, I do a great Xavier voice? Thank you. Appreciate it. You got the softness of Xavier's voice so well. Yeah, I really have to tone down the like... My voice can be kind of nasally, naturally. So I really have to like soften it when I do Xavier's voice. Although like, whenever I get to Caleb, I don't have to do shit. I can just speak in my normal voice for Caleb. You know, because Caleb talks kind of like this. Or something like that. Yeah. Whereas Xavier's voice is really soft. Have you considered voice acting? I'm doing voice acting right now. No, just kidding. Voice acting is like kind of like a soft dream of mine. It would be really cool if I could land a role in voice acting. But I'm kind of using this whole streaming thing as like practice for enunciation, acting, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe in the future you'll see like Count Buko as like a acting credit in your favorite gacha game in the future. Who knows? Or just your favorite, like, I don't know, anime inspired game. That'd be exciting. But yeah, this is all practice. Let's see. Chapter 3. Maybe we could do a future lads VA. Oh, can you imagine? If you hear my voice as like a main character, if like a love interest in Love and Deepspace, that'd be crazy. And if I were to like react to 5-star memories of my character, that'd be so funny. It'd be like a Sayu situation. You know Sayu, that VTuber? Yeah, that'd be so funny. Oh boy. Okay. We keep it going. Chapter 3. A hunter's free time. Everyone in Hunters Unite is so strong. You can find them in the top 10 hunters list. Xavier probably wasn't picked to join them. No matter what kind of hunter he is, he should be going out every day to defeat wanderers and save the world, right? Frank gathers himself again and gets ready for the big battle with Xavier tomorrow. But the next day, when Frank looks for Xavier in the morning, he finds him asleep in the living room. Wearing a jacket, Xavier has one of his hands hanging off the couch. His brow furrows. In the bright sunlight, stuff shimmers on his shoulder. They remind Frank of specks of light or even pieces of glass. Where did Xavier go last night? What did he do? Frank decides to ask Xavier when he wakes up. However, Xavier doesn't move for a long time. He doesn't toss or turn and manages to make Frank sleepy. Frank waits and waits until his eyelids start to droop. When he opens his eyes, Frank sees Xavier in the foyer, hand on the doorknob, ready to head out. He comes back to his senses, knowing the moment he's been waiting for is finally here. Frank runs over.
Where are you going, Mr. Xavier? I want to go too.
Not giving Xavier a chance to refuse, he tightly grabs his hand. And just like that, Frank goes out with Xavier for the first time. His teacher always said, the early bird catches the worm. But Xavier slept in. Typical Xavier. It's already noon. Are there any wanderers left? Xavier walks around and looks relaxed. Could it be that he isn't worried because he knows where all the wanderers are hiding? Frank can only guess. Maybe they're going to a dark cave next, or an abandoned building with strange noises coming out of it. After 10 minutes, Xavier stops walking. In front of them is a hot pot restaurant. It's lunchtime, so a lot of people are here. Xavier sits by the window, glancing at the menu before ordering with a frightening familiarity. Bunny's fatty beef, Bunny's signature lamb rolls, beef brain, beef tenderloins, ox tongue, tripe, beef ribs, black chicken rolls, fish balls. Frank can only listen on his mouth with his mouth agape until Xavier puts down the menu and says, "Spicy soup, extra spicy." Frank springs to action.
My dad told me not to eat super spicy food, Mr. Xavier.
Xavier looks at Frank, as though he's forgot about him. Scratching his neck, he says to the server, "Another bowl of small noodles, please." Xavier takes the rabbit-themed bowl when it's put down in front of him. He watches Xavier dip the red meat in the equally red soup. Frank is speechless. He quickly snaps out of it, though, when he realizes something. You need a full stomach to fight vicious wanderers. Otherwise, where else would you get your energy? Everything Xavier does has a reason. So, Frank happily eats his noodles. He puts his bowl down and stares at Xavier. Are they going to fight wanderers now? Frank was wrong again. Half an hour later, they arrive at a supermarket. Xavier pushes around the shopping cart, passing by the numerous aisles in the store. He browses the shelves slowly, sometimes even asking for Frank's opinions. Which one do you think is better? Xavier asks. 30 minutes later, they arrive at a bookstore. Behind the counter is a scary-looking man with a large beard, who smiles at them. Frank hears the man talk to Xavier like they're the same age. Then he says something that he doesn't understand. What's a vegetarian? What are meal plans? I appreciate that. Xavier has like, oh my gosh, what do you call them? HelloFresh. Xavier has like meal plans and stuff instead of just buying his own ingredients. I can see him doing that. Then finally, Xavier leaves the store and takes Frank home. Frank is at a loss. Where are the wanderers? Why would a hunter like Xavier not fight wanderers? Frank thinks, then realizes that like children getting 2 days of holiday after 5 days of school, Xavier doesn't fight wanderers every day. So once Xavier is done resting, he'll go fight wanderers. Right? Xavier just took this kid to go shopping. I appreciate it, because like, if Xavier actually brought this kid to like an active battlefield, that's putting him at risk. So Xavier is being like the responsible adult, you know? Like I wouldn't, like if I was a hunter or if I was fighting monsters every day, I wouldn't take like this random 8-year-old to go fight monsters with me. That's not safe. So Xavier is being a good role model for sure. Okay, let's see where we go. Chapter 4. a hunter's secret training. With that, Frank waits and waits and waits. But still, he never sees Xavier. The best of the best go out to fight wanderers. Instead, all he gets is the rapidly approaching end of his summer vacation. A week later, unable to wait anymore, Frank takes out his homework assignment and starts writing. Deepspace hunters will sleep until noon every day. When they wake up, they have lunch. After lunch, they either walk around outside or stay at home to watch TV. Sometimes they fall asleep while watching TV. Need to go to work? I'll rewatch this later. All right, have a good day at work. Thank you for stopping by. And have fun with this VOD when you get back. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Deep space hunters aren't picky. They eat everything. They also aren't picky when it comes to places to sleep. They can sleep anywhere. But Frank stops writing. Deep space hunters are kind of weird. One night, Frank woke up to use the bathroom. He saw the balcony when he passed by. But as he came out, a shadowy figure stood on the balcony, scaring him. It's me.
Mr. Xavier?
Yeah. Xavier enters the living room and shuts the balcony door behind him. His shadow elongates let me repeat that. His shadow elongates under the moonlight. Did you fight
Wanderers, Mr. Xavier?
Xavier remains silent and starts to head to his room. His body is covered in shiny stuff again, but Frank can't see them clearly.
Why didn't you bring me with you if you're fighting Wanderers?
Xavier pushes Frank to his room as he walks. Go to bed. If you're not tall enough, you're not allowed to fight wanderers.
Okay.
After getting back into bed, Frank wonders about another thing. Why did Xavier come in through the balcony and not the front door? Frank slumps on his desk, unsure if he should write that. What are you doing? Xavier comes over.
Summer vacation homework.
Xavier seems taken aback. There's homework during the summer?
Yeah.
Frank lifts the notebook up. Xavier reads everything and doesn't say anything for a while. If all I needed to do to be a deep space hunter was sleep and get taller, that'd be great. Oh wait, sorry. Who is talking here? Maybe this is Frank? Okay, sorry. This is one of those things where it doesn't say explicitly who's talking, so I need to infer.
If all I needed to do to be a deep space hunter was sleep and get taller, that'd be great, but it's not like what I thought it would be.
Xavier sits down by the desk. Actually, that's not what being a deep space hunter is like. Other than fighting wanderers, we have to do things too, such as taking exams or doing special training. Stuff like that.
But I never see you fight wanderers.
That's because it's been peaceful here in the city.
There's not a single wanderer?
Frank asks. Xavier thinks for a moment. There are more hunters nowadays, and they're all very strong. Every time there's a wanderer, they defeat it before I even know it's there. Oh, sorry, wait. Wait, sorry. Sorry, I didn't even notice that he started talking. There are more hunters nowadays, and they're all very strong. Every time there's a wanderer, they defeat it before I even know it's there. Frank takes a while to process what Xavier said.
So you're not fast enough?
You could say that. Frank raises his fist.
I think you should try harder, Mr. Xavier.
Xavier smiles and fist bumps him. All right. When do you have exams?
I don't.
Oh, sorry. This is Frank.
When do you have exams?
I don't have exams.
What about training?
Nope. Frank writes the following.
Deep space hunters don't have exams. They also don't need to train.
Xavier grabs his pen. I don't have to train right now, Xavier says after a long while, but I can work one session in. Frank is excited.
Can you teach me how to fight wanderers, Mr. Xavier?
Teach you? Before Xavier can change his mind, Frank says,
Master!
Xavier doesn't argue with him. Just call me Xavier. Looks like Xavier already has a student. I think it's a bit too early for Frank to start like actual training. I mean, this is like the equivalent of like an astronaut job in their world, or like a firefighter. So you have to like really train your whole life basically to be one of them, right? Oh, also, because I'm like speaking in a lot lighter tone when I do Xavier's voice, please let me know if it's too hard to hear. Because I'm looking at like my audio levels, and whenever I do Xavier's voice, it drops a lot. So I'm worried that it's hard to hear, depending on like how loud the background music is, that type of thing. So yeah, if it's too hard to, sounds good so far. Okay, yeah, we good then. Thank you for being my quality assurance. No, it sounds good. Okay, sick. By sick I mean like good. Okay, chapter 4. The real battle. It's sunny the next day. There are several groups of people in Lincoln Central Park, walking and picnicking. Children around them, the same age as Frank, are running across the field or playing around the playground. Xavier puts his bag on the grass. He sits down and starts taking things out. Who's one? Seeing all sorts of weapons laid out in front of him, Frank is amazed. Without any hesitation, he grabs a small wooden sword.
I want this one!
He swings the sword a couple times, then notices Xavier picking up a stick. We're sparring, right?
Are you looking down on me, Mr. Xavier?
If you can knock the stick out of my hand, then I'll swap to a better weapon, Xavier says. 10 minutes later, Frank is out of breath. Xavier sits, unmoving with the stick still in his hand.
A sword doesn't suit me.
Frank throws it away and picks up a water gun. He rushes to the fountain to load his ammo and comes back, chest puffed. Xavier, as calm as ever, swaps his stick with a paper cup. Warning, some of these may or may not make you tear up. Oh, okay. I consider myself like a very strong, emotionally strong individual. I only cry at like a very few things, like some episodes of SpongeBob, or like the first 10 minutes of Up, or okay, what are some other things I cry at? I don't know, like I'm just thinking. Those are the only two that I can name off the top of my head for things that get me bawling, absolutely bawling my eyes out without fail every single time. I think I can do it. I can tough through it though. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank accidentally squirts himself with water. Xavier pours out the water in his cup. His body's completely dry.
A gun doesn't suit me either.
Frank tosses the water gun away and gets a pair of maracas. Maracas? Okay. Xavier picks up the stick again. He breaks it, holding each half in both hands. Another 10 minutes pass. Frank is drenched in sweat. He's a little dizzy with the sun beating down on him, and his palms are red from training. Despite not having touched even a hair on Xavier's head, he's happy. This is the first time he's seen Xavier act like a Deepspace hunter.
Is this how you train to be a hunter, Mr. Xavier?
Unexpectedly, Xavier shakes his head. No.
But aren't you teaching me how to fight wanderers?
Xavier looks as if he hasn't heard Frank. He stands up as if he he stands up and looks around. Frank asks again hurriedly, only to hear Xavier say, "You haven't even beaten me once." Critical hit. Frank stands there in shock. All the doubts he had earlier return. This so-called hunter doesn't own anything cool. He doesn't have any weapons or fought any wanderers. He's always doing strange things. He even lied about training him. Is Xavier a liar? Who's Frank? Oh, sorry. that's Xavier. Okay. Frankie, wait for me here. I'm going over. Seeing Frank's expression, Xavier pauses. What's wrong? Upset, Frank is on the verge of tears. Suddenly, there's a loud explosion. He feels someone pick him up. Opening his eyes, Frank is stunned. He looks at the source of the sound. Xavier covers Frank's eyes with his hand. Don't look. The Wanderers are here. The sky darkens, and the sharp wail of a police siren brings Frank back to reality. Wait here and don't run outside the light. Xavier lifts his hand, and a golden shield appears above Frank's head like a round tent. After that, he turns around and runs off. Frank sees a sword quickly manifest in Xavier's right hand. It's brighter and cooler than any weapon he saw on TV. As people run away, he sees Xavier go against the flow of the crowd. Several terrifying wanderers appear from the trees. With a single swing, Xavier's weapon transforms into countless light blades. The wanderers instantly disappear in the light. He turns, leaps, and appears by the side of the inflatable castle, striking down 2 wanderers like lightning. With a deafening roar, the wanderers turn to dust. The adults and children who haven't been able to leave are shocked. Leave this place. In the dust and smoke, Xavier turns around and leaps again. He takes the sword in his hand and lunges toward another wanderer. Frank's eyes widen. Xavier is like a beam of light, turning everything he attacks into dust. It's as if Frank is watching a meteor shower of light. After he cuts down the last wanderer, Xavier lands on the ground with a flick of his wrist. His sword appears. Let me do that again. With a flick of his wrist, his sword disappears, leaving only specks of light around him. It's as if he's running under a starry sky. Frank is stunned. Hey, Frank actually saw Xavier locked in. Okay, that's good. I'm happy Frank actually got to see Xavier in full battle mode. Well, I don't know why I said that weird. Yeah, full battle mode, because this kid was getting really, really underwhelmed that Xavier was just like giving him water guns, giving him like toy guns, taking him shopping, supermarkets and stuff. I was worried that the kid was gonna lose faith in like being a deep space hunter. Okay. Any movie where the animal/pet dies is what gets me. Yeah, don't even get me started. Oh boy, that's rough, man. That's tough. Especially when like the pet has story significance. Okay, sorry. Getting sidetracked. Let's go to chapter 6. How many? Is this the last one? Oh, wait, okay. Chapter 6, A Kept Secret. When he comes out of the convenience store with Xavier, the park entrance across the street is covered with police tape. Police cars and ambulances are everywhere, and people with cameras are also running around. Everything is a mess. Eat this. We'll go home after. Frank takes the ice cream cone Xavier gives him. It's a sweet treat to calm his nerves. Why didn't you tell the police that you're the one who got rid of the Wanderers, Mr. Xavier? Frank feels a little sad. He wanted to see Xavier get praised on TV, but once he was done, Xavier dragged him out of the park. Xavier looks serious. Didn't your teachers tell you not to brag when you do a good deed? Still, Xavier's expression looks a little strange. It's almost like he doesn't want people to find out about him. Then again, that's not the only thing strange about Xavier. Besides, Frank is certain that Xavier is a very, very good hunter. Everything he does must have a reason. So Frank looks up at him, with the same serious face. Don't worry, I'll keep it a secret. On the last day of summer vacation, Ulysses arrives to pick up his son. Ulysses sits on Xavier's couch, reading his son's passionate essay.
This summer, I met the world's greatest deep space hunter. Wanderers are no match for him. He uses a super cool sword, and it's sharper than anything in the world. He told me that being a hunter means you shouldn't brag about good things you've done. That's why I want to be a hunter just like him. He's my role model.
He looks up at Xavier. Did you cast a spell on my son? No. Xavier is sparring with Frank using chopsticks. I just took him out for a hot pot. After that, we went shopping at the supermarket and the bookstore. Then we went for a walk in the park.
Dad, Xavier is super duper cool. He eats the greatest hot pot, and his walks are awesome. But I can't tell you exactly how amazing he is because...
Frank looks at Xavier. He's still wearing a normal t-shirt and normal pajama pants. But now, in Frank's eyes, those are better and stronger than any armor. Because
it's a secret between me and Xavier.
Ulysses doesn't know how to react. He picks up Frank's luggage and grabs the boy still running around the living room and pretending to be Xavier. He doesn't know what kind of secret his son agreed to keep for Xavier, but whatever. It's not on Frank. After all, when Ulysses was younger, he was also fooled by Xavier. Oh, that's like, oh, that's cute. So in the past, because like obviously Xavier is so old, Xavier never ages. Xavier's basically like a vampire in this universe. He was also Ulysses' hero. That's so cute. That's a good twist. I like stories that can introduce like a little small twist at the end of it. That makes it so much, that adds like a different layer to it, right? Okay, that's a kept secret. Okay, so yeah, a special vacation. That is a special vacation done. You get more time with Frank in one of the event chapter memories. It's pretty cute. Oh, what? He actually shows up? Yo, the lore. That's crazy. The continuity with these is crazy. He is basically immortal, yeah. Which makes me think, like, that means Jeremiah is also basically immortal, right? How is Jeremiah like basically the same age as Xavier? I don't know. I don't remember if they ever touched on like how old they are exactly. But yeah, it's just something to think about. Unfortunately, I do have to use the bathroom. Him and Jeremiah both came together in the time-traveling spaceship. Okay, so they are like friends. They were friends on Phylos. I don't know if... Yeah. I don't know if they were the same age, though. I don't know if that was ever clearly stated. Although I'm sure at some point, when you're like thousands of years old, age stops mattering. And you stop counting. Yeah, around the same, I assume. They do look similar in age appearance-wise, at the very least. Okay, I do need to use the bathroom though. So, please enjoy this background music as I go and use the bathroom. I've been drinking too much water. I'm gonna need it for this whole like reading stream. Yeah, World Underneath as well as the branch story. That's gonna take a lot of my energy out of me. But it's gonna be worth it, because then like people can like come back to this stream, and if they need someone to read out these stories to them, like I'll happily take on that role for people. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay. I will be right back. Bye. Just for a little bit. Hey, sorry about that. I'm back. Ready for the next one? All right, you better be. Okay, where were we? We were like... So a special vacation's done, just saying prepare your heart when you get to Anecdote 3. It's pretty heavy. Oh, that's probably what people were warning me about. I was like, be prepared. Some of them are gonna be very emotionally draining. Well, all I'll say is I do have my cry expression ready. Yeah, so like when the time comes, I'm definitely gonna be making heavy use of that. Okay, Anecdote 2 is when shooting stars fall. Oh, is this set in school? Because like Xavier is dressed in his like school attire. Interesting. Okay, let's see how this goes. Chapter 1, Distant Stars. This is the 100th time I sneak a glance at Xavier. You must first pretend to look at the clock on the classroom wall. Then your gaze can slowly drift to his face. You have to calm down your beating heart and do your best to avoid his gaze. Otherwise, you'll be like me, caught red-handed. Pretending to be nonchalant, I shift my gaze away from those tranquil eyes and turn around. According to the first law of cosmic attraction, when a person unwittingly looks at someone, there's a 98.8% chance it's because he's looking at you too. Perhaps I caught him red-handed as he stared at me. That's what I tell myself. In any case... that's what I tell myself in any case. 3 years ago, when Xavier first arrived at the academy, it was a rare, sunny day. It was the year 214? 214 years have passed since Philos' birth. Wait, is this set on Philos? What? Wait. It also means 214 years have passed since Earth's demise. Oh, this is the MC? What? Okay, hang on. Years ago. Okay, wait. I might have to reread this story later after I get the full picture. Yes, it takes place in Philos, but before the myth. Oh, okay, got it. And this is the MC. It also means 214 years. Yeah, okay, sorry. I read that already. Our teachers, born during the age of Earth, says we had substituted Earth's extinguished core with a powerful artificial one. This core holds fragmented landmasses together, preventing them from scattering into the starry sea. Aside from more dust, more cloudy days, and cumbersome travel between tectonic plates, our planet isn't much different from the Earth of years past. My feet have never touched the soil of other places on Philos. Our plate where the academy is located is quite small. Also, unlike us, who were brought here after our Evol awakened, Xavier was a transfer student. Perchance, it was the splendid sunshine, or something else, but I can always vividly recall the first time I saw him. He was tall, skinny, wearing a white school uniform. His eyes were a shade of light blue as pretty as the sky that day. Xavier entered the classroom with a wooden sword strapped to his back. He glanced at the seating chart, walking to the last row by the window, and sat down without a word. Serene and precise like light itself. Since then, other than thank you and excuse me, he and I barely talked. I got to know him through my classmates' words. They say he doesn't live on campus because his family background is complicated, and many people have seen him surrounded by bodyguards. These rumors get even more outrageous and mysterious the more they are passed around. Yet the more enigmatic he is, the more curious I am about Xavier. I wish to know his thoughts when he's staring off into space during a lecture, what he's listening to when he wears earbuds, where he goes to hone his swordsmanship and how he's talented in it, and how high his IQ is because he's always at the top of the class despite clearly never paying attention during the lecture. There were times when I noticed him sleeping. I tried using my eVault to resonate with his dreams, but whenever I do, I get too nervous and fail. After that, I realized quite belatedly that this curiosity of mine is actually a crush. I always thought Xavier and I would continue like this, coexisting yet separated by a wall of mist. But then, during our astronomy lecture, our teacher mentioned a once-in-a-century meteor shower happening next month. Seeing a meteor shower on a planet where clear skies are a rarity, it's even a once-in-a-century event. If I can see it with someone I like, then I can die without regrets. That's a good first chapter. It felt like, okay, every time I read something from this game, Love and Deepspace, it's like I'm reading like a novel. It's like I'm reading a really well-written novel. And this is like a free phone game too, so that's actually very commendable. I will say, I cannot do a girl voice. I do not. I think my voice is too nasally / too deep to do a girl voice. So I'm probably just gonna use my Frank voice that I used for the last one, for the last anecdote. Yeah, that's the closest I can get. All right, moving on to chapter 2, Gravity. It's all right. Okay, thank you. We make do with what we have, with the tools that we have. Gravity. The sun is like a red-hot iron, burning a hole into the sky. Xavier stands under its crimson glow, practicing his newly learned sword techniques. The whole sequence of events feels otherworldly, deterring people from approaching him and thus interrupting him. Not too far away, I sit under the porch and hold a wooden sword. As I watch him train, I think about how to ask him. Knowing I'll forget half the things I want to say, I start writing words in the dirt with my sword. Once-in-a-century events aren't significant for Philos' denizens anymore. People like Xavier, they'll experience many centuries. As long as Philos' core still has energy, their lives shall last forever, forevermore, like the planets. If he learns I'm a person who can't even live to see 100 years, he'll do anything I say out of pity. That would ruin everything. At long last, class ends. I stand up and find my target has disappeared. I look around and eventually I spot him in the crowd by the academy's gates. I hurry over, only to witness the rumor firsthand. They aren't clad in all black as one would expect, and they keep a respectable distance away from Xavier. Still, these people exude an air of oppression. Xavier, with his bag, is at the center of their group. It seems he's used to being stared at. The only difference is that, rather than being his usual expressionless self, he appears slightly upset. It's completely different from how he was earlier with the sunset behind him. I know nothing of his past, nor do I know where those people are taking him. All I know is that he is not happy at the moment.
Xavier!
I shout his name as loudly as I can. Only after it leaves my mouth do I realize it's most likely the first time I have ever called out to him. The evening breeze rushes through the streets. In the sea of people, he turns around. His slightly puzzled expression softens when our eyes meet. I walk up to him, saying a teacher has requested his presence. Then I grab his hand and start running in the opposite direction. As for where we're headed, I haven't thought that far yet. And although I don't see Xavier's expression, his grip on my hand gradually tightens. They're catching up. His voice scatters in the wind. While I'm dazed, Xavier pulls me into a round tower and enters an empty auditorium. The lights are off. He and I are like animals who escaped their cages, breathing in the dark. Through the sliver of light leaking in through the window, I stare at the shadow of his hand on the windowsill. My heart is about to leap out of my throat. Some time passes, and Xavier pulls out a nearby chair and sits on another desk. I stare at him for a moment before realizing he's asked me to sit. Why did you help me? Sitting on the table, he's taller than me by a considerable amount. His eyes, swirling light in their depths, look down at me in the dark. You appeared to be upset, so I thought you wanted to be free. How did you know I was upset? Well, we're classmates, aren't we? It's normal for me to be able to read your expression. As I try to find a way to explain myself, Xavier speaks. You learned by sneaking glances at me during class? There's a reason for that. Xavier looks at me as though he's expecting an explanation. I wanted to ask... oh no, I mean, I wanted to invite you to watch the meteor shower at Sky Mirror Salt Flat with me. I heard the lake is very shallow, so when light reflects on the surface, it's exactly like a mirror. It's going to look stunning with the meteor shower. Besides, a once-in-a-century thing. There won't be a next time. It's just another 100 years. For you, maybe, but for me... Huh? It's nothing. You'll do what you want or not. I'm truly pretty. Wait, what? Sorry. Okay, sorry. I need to reread that sentence. It's nothing. Do you want to go or not? It's truly pretty. I completely misread. Sorry about it. I completely misread that. I don't know what I was reading for a second there. Okay. It's truly pretty. I take my chance to invite him, but when I met with silence, I can feel my heart fall to the ground with a heavy thud. Xavier's gaze becomes distant. He only responds to me after some time has passed. I can't. Is it because of those... I hesitate, wondering what to call them. People? Xavier appears shocked. Then he nods without saying a word. I don't force him to elaborate and observe the way he looks at me. I reach out and poke the corner of his mouth. Oh my gosh, who's speaking here? Maybe it's the main character? Okay. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. I'll just go by myself. I'll bring your wish to the stars when I do. What's your wish? I don't have one. How could someone not wish for anything? Do you want me to make a wish for you? I stand up from the chair and face him. I close my eyes with my hands clasped in front of me, wishing with all my heart. I wish Xavier is forever free to do what he wants. Xavier is stunned. He asks, what about you? What's your wish? I wish I could be healthy, but I don't even know if wishing on a star actually works. I stay quiet, waiting for the shooting star in my heart to pass before I open my eyes. Suddenly, a flash of starlight appears. I look around, only to see it's actually light from Xavier's hand. It glows in the dark. The shooting star has made a promise to you. Okay, that was a long one. But that was interesting. So this is the first time MC on Phylos meets Xavier, I suppose. I don't know if this is the exact same MC that we're playing right now. I don't know if there's some kind of reincarnation thing going on. That's all I can think of to explain this. Or hello. Or for the main character, what's another explanation? The fact that the main character could probably be on Phylos, maybe oh boy, because she has to still be the same age, right? Because she's still in school. She probably still needs to be 20s or something. MC reincarnates. I mean, she's what? Okay, interesting. Is there a place where they reveal that in the story? That would explain a lot. With that being the case, in the myth a bit. Gotcha. Oh yeah, right. I remember Xavier's 5-star memory did say that. Like, she is now the queen or something like that. She's used as like fuel. She was used as fuel for the core of the planet or something. Oh, and Xavier's standard myth. Yeah. That one where they're on Phylos. Oh boy. Gotcha. It's a lot of lore. This is not love in deep space. This is lore in deep space. I swear. There's so much to keep track of. Because the other myth just takes place during present story. Yeah, right. The Lumiere one. Gotcha. Okay, let's see what's up next. Collision. I do like how sorry, side note. I really do like how this is showing things from MC in Phylos' perspective. It's very romantic. It's like a romance novel at this point. Well, I guess Love in Deep Space is a romance novel, let's be real. Lore and deep depression. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm not ready for the third anecdote. Collision. The weather forecast says it's going to be a clear day today, but there's only heavy rain in the afternoon. Fat water droplets cling to glass windows, blurring the gray outdoors into blobs of color. I glance at the empty space by my desk, recalling I left the umbrella in my dorm. The fragrance of flowers in the botany lecture hall is slowly putting me to sleep. I tear off a piece of paper to write my sorrows. Okay, how do I voice that? Ah! There's like an emoji here that she puts. That's funny. It's so annoying. I can't believe it's raining. I also didn't bring my umbrella today. What about you? I tear the paper, crunch it into a ball, and then throw it at Xavier's desk when the teacher isn't looking. I hear 2 swishes before receiving his reply. Ever since the night, something changed between me and Xavier. Oh, ever since that night, something changed between me and Xavier. At first glance, everything remains the same. He's still being protected and leaves school right when the bell rings. We don't have any interactions outside of school either. It's just, I sometimes carelessly walk into those people and then wave goodbye to him. He'd also sometimes poke me in the back and give me one of his earbuds. Or we'd slip notes to each other in class, just like today. However, just as I am about to look at Xavier's note, a hand snatches it away. I look up to find the teacher staring angrily at me. The classroom becomes quiet, waiting with bated breath. Luckily, he just took my note and told me to be on a cleanup. Oh, sorry, let me redo that. Luckily, he just took my note and told me to be on cleanup duty later. The rain falls from afternoon to evening with no signs of stopping. Watching my classmates leave one after another, I pack my things and get ready to start my cleanup duties with the desks and chairs. When I turn around, I notice Xavier sitting at his desk. I rub my eyes, wondering if today is a special day. Did you stay behind to help me clean up? Xavier shakes his head and takes out an umbrella from his bag, placing it on the table in front of me. I stayed to tell you that I brought an umbrella. I recalled the note the teacher took from me with its half-revealed answer and stand there like an idiot. But those people... I look out the window in a panic. They're going to be watching us, right? Maybe, Xavier says. He opens his hand, and all the light in the room gathers onto his palm. Now, they won't be able to see anything. Under an already gloomy sky, the lack of a light source makes everything more dim, secretive. I try to appear calm as I look away. But now it's too dark to clean up. Are you waiting for the rain to stop? Xavier holds a towel, watching me from the classroom doorway. I come back to my senses and run to him. Watching the start of the game in new playthroughs of Love and Deepspace is kind of trippy after actually getting to know the lore. Yeah, it's like, I know literally nothing. Well, I knew literally nothing when going in to this game. It's funny when I go back and like I rewatch my first ever video of Love and Deepspace, I knew nothing. I knew literally nothing going into this game. It's so funny. And it's also kind of cool to look back on it and be like, wow, I've learned so much. I've learned so much lore about this game. I've learned a lot about the characters. Yeah, it's cool. And that's part of why I liked streaming it, because I can always look back on that experience whenever I want to. Okay, back to it. With Xavier's help, my work gets done in no time. After I put away the cleaning supplies, I find him idling on the stone steps in front of the building. Seeing me approach, he opens his umbrella and says, "Let's go." Under the umbrella, it's almost as if the storm outside has nothing to do with us. While Xavier listens to me ramble on about the impression I had of him, I notice the corner of his mouth curling up. You're smiling a lot since we've met, Xavier. Shouldn't you have heard that from other people already? Fine, suit yourself. I huff, continuing to walk alongside him. And of course, when silence falls between the two of us, my stomach lets out a loud, long groan. I look at Xavier immediately. He looks back at me with a blank stare. Then there is mirth in his eyes. Do you want something to eat? But it's so late now. Are you allowed to? I scan our surroundings, getting the feeling of being watched by countless eyes in the dark. Looking back at Xavier, he hesitates for a few seconds before he adjusts his grip on the umbrella, shielding us completely from the view. He hurries, so I walk faster to catch up with him. We almost end up running. When we leave those gazes behind, Xavier and I stand under the shade on the side of the street. We eat bread as we watch the endless rain. I take a bite out of my bread and glance at Xavier, my gaze eventually landing on the sword on his back. Xavier, can I look at your sword? He's a little confused, but he still takes his sword out of his sheath and hands it to me. All of a sudden, I feel nervous. I wipe both my hands on my shirt and take it from him. I run my hand along the wooden sword, feeling every groove beneath my fingertips. Wooden swords aren't sharpened, and Xavier's isn't any different. Even though there are countless marks from wear and tear, anyone can see that the quality of the sword is beyond average. Xavier, why do you like to train so much? You rarely take breaks when you train, and you're always carrying a sword around. It's not that I like it. Xavier throws the empty wrapper into the trash. It's the only thing I've been good at since I was a child. I give him a confused look, waiting for him to continue, but he doesn't keep talking. Instead, with a glimmer in his eyes, he changes the subject. When did you say the meteor shower was? Next week. Why? Do you want to come with me? I look up at Xavier with hope in my eyes, watching him stand there in silence. He seems hesitant, but within seconds, his expression stiffens. I follow his gaze, my smile fading from my face. A group of familiar men are standing there with us under the shade. They say nothing, but their intentions are clear. Like a wall, the heavy rain is going to separate us. I look at Xavier, but he just stands there, staring at them. The tension between us continues to crumble, ready to collapse at any given moment. Finally, after a long silence, he gives in. As the rain falls on him, Xavier hands me the still dripping umbrella and leaves with them. Later, I ask Xavier what would happen if he didn't leave that night. He thinks about it, and then he says to reach for freedom is to give it up. It took me a long time to understand what he meant. If wishing on a star does make your wish come true, then I wish I could be healthy. Then I can wait another 100 years to watch the meteor shower with Xavier. I feel bad for the MC in this. Because, like, she doesn't have the immortality, well, not immortality, but she doesn't have the lifespan of Xavier and literally every other person in Phylos. So it's kind of sad. They're gonna outlive her. Okay. Chapter 4. Friction. I didn't think my heart would start acting up before I could even wish upon a star. The Academy's AC works without any care for the patients, blasting cold air into the room. I crack open an eye to glance at Xavier. It's only then I realize the cold isn't coming from the AC. A single movement from our eyes could break the silence. I haven't thought of how to explain myself yet, so I turn my back to him. I listen to the rattle of the medicine bottle in his hands. It rattles and rattles and rattles and rattles. It's a little irritating, but soon enough, he puts it down with a clack. Oh boy. Forget. Okay, it's Xavier. How long were you going to hide this from me if you didn't faint in class today? Don't pretend to be asleep. I know you're awake. His tone is soft, but it makes it all the more difficult to avoid him. I turn around, deciding to face this head-on. Where do I start? I thought about how to answer this question. I can tearfully recount the story of my birth. Or I can say it's a rare birth, the defect, and there's nothing we can do. I just never thought my worlds would turn into incomprehensible... never thought that my words could turn into incomprehensible mush by the time they reached my mouth. I stumble through my explanation, and I don't even know if he understood any of it. I sit up on the bed, pretending to be patient as I wait for him to say something. What's protocore syndrome? He looks up at me after reading the label on the medicine bottle. It's probably a terminal illness that makes my heart weaker and weaker? Is there no cure? There is, but we need a special protocore. What kind? They say there's a protocore that can cure any illness. Xavier doesn't respond, but I can see his eyebrows scrunch up and his eyes dancing across the room. Phylos is huge. It'll take ages to find it. Don't worry, it'll be alright for now because of the medicine. Besides, maybe a miracle might happen and I'll be cured. I speak quickly, hoping to ease the tension. But when Xavier glances at me, he looks completely unfazed. Quietly, he turns to observe the sunset from the window. Then he looks back at me. Let's watch the meteor shower together. Man, protocore syndrome. That's similar to the myth, right? Like, how Xavier went into the forest looking for that protocore? Or no, am I misremembering? Yeah, I think I should revisit these. I should revisit the 5-star memories just because that's what the MC has in the main story too. Yeah, right? But does it I mean, like, 100 years is normal human lifespan though. So in that case, it doesn't have any negative side effects for her in the main story. That's what Zane is trying to find a cure for in the main story as well. Oh, okay, got it. That's where I heard it before. Because I was thinking, like, protocore syndrome. I've heard that somewhere before. It was probably in, like, Zane's office. In one of his, like, files that he kept. That's sweet. See, Zane is looking for a cure for us. That's why he's the best. Every day, I get closer and closer to becoming a Zane, like, simp. Well, I already am. But, like, I dig myself one layer deeper into becoming a Zane simp. Full on Zane. Anyway, Chapter 5, Incineration. The late autumn wind blows away the last of the humid summer, carefree in its passing. I'm a Zane girly, it's sad over here, but it's worth it. Yep, I am happily in this boat as well. We are chilling though. What is this like? What's the meme? It's like if Zane has no supporters left in the world, then I have died. If there's one Zane supporter in the world, that is me. Something like that. I forget how it goes, but it's like a meme template. Okay. It has almost been 24 hours since I last slept. I lie in bed tossing and turning, unable to steady my restless heart. I can only wait for the darkened sky to light up again, and then wait for the brightened sky to darken once more. Then my alarm rings in the early hours of the next morning. The train ride is bumpy. After it stops at the station, I'm still a long way... Wait, what? A long way from Skymirror Salt Flat. As I walk, I go from a stroll to a run. Running across the moonlit slope and through a winding path, I finally see the mirror-like lake that's akin to a shard of dream. Does that mean he fell the front one, or is that a different timeline? Okay, yeah, so this is a different timeline. Okay, that actually helps me with context, because I don't want to be just confused for this whole time, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate the context that you can give me. TY. And standing in the center of the flat, underneath the still starry sky, is a familiar figure. This is the first time I've seen Xavier without his uniform. His figure is perfectly illuminated by the moonlight. I hurry to find him, stepping into the water that doesn't even reach my ankles. Xavier turns, the breeze bringing a sweet, cool, refreshing scent, reminiscent of moonlight to me. He grabs my hand unexpectedly, taking me to the trestle bridge to sit. I sit with one leg over the other, swinging them over the edge. I remember something and begin to look around. Xavier sits down next to me. Then, as though he can read my mind, he says, "You don't have to check. They're not there."
Truly? You got rid of them?
Yes. I vaguely sense Xavier's gaze being a little evasive, but quickly, his eyes become even brighter from the light reflected on the ground.
Why are you thinking about others when you requested I watch the meteor shower with you?
Wait, sorry. Is that Xavier? No, yeah, that's Xavier. Sorry. Okay, let me redo that. Why are you thinking about others when you requested I watch the meteor shower with you? Before I can answer, a star flies across the salt flat's reflection.
It's starting!
Xavier and I look up at the same time. The dark, inky sky is illuminated by various colors. Clusters of stars light up the sky one after another, appearing and disappearing. It's as if only Xavier and I exist in this world, and only the two of us see this meteor shower. I clasp my hands and make a wish. When I open my eyes, I see Xavier also doing the same thing. I ask what he wished for, but he shakes his head and says he can't tell me. We sit there between heaven and earth until the sky turns lilac. Then we stand up.
Wait, I have something I want to give you.
I hastily unzip my bag. I pull out a sword tassel with a star-shaped charm and hold it up to Xavier's face. He's shocked, then takes it from me. "Did you make this yourself?" he asks.
I did. I know it's sort of ugly, but...
"It looks good." He interrupts me and hands the tassel back. "Can you help me put it on?" I smile at Xavier and put the tassel on the sword. I give one last look, full of longing, to the salt flat. I try to drag him back the way we came, but I notice he stopped moving.
What's wrong?
Xavier quietly stares at me. Can I hug you? What? I think I misheard him. I look into his eyes for confirmation. Can I hug you? He repeats himself. His tone is soft, fluttering to my ears like the wind. Before I can react, he takes a few steps closer and leans down to hug me, all in one motion executed with calm precision. I'm stunned. Then my hands slowly climb up his back. So, this is what it feels like to hug him. Thank you. My wish came true. He whispers into my ear. Next time there's a meteor shower, let's visit this place again. I nod. I wish time stopped at this moment, and I hope my wish can come true. But was this the price I had to pay for my selfishness? Ever since that night, which was the brightest point of my life, everything became fleeting, fading like a shooting star. That's so sad. Why is it getting sadder and sadder as I keep going? Oh boy. This is the tassel from the myth that MC asked Xavier about and got jealous over. Oh, okay, I see where that's coming from. You run into the standard myth, MC asks about the star tassel on his sword and gets jealous. Little did she know it was from her. Crazy. The continuity is insane. This is in the Philo-Smith, right? Yeah. Philo-Smith. This anecdote makes me cry every time I read it. I love the angst. I hope I can do it justice. Because I don't think... I'm not a professional narrator by any means. But I like to think that I'm halfway decent at it. Your Xavier voice is lovely. Oh, yes, that's the biggest compliment I can ever receive. Thank you. Because Xavier's voice is like honey. Or no, it's not even like honey. It's like pure relaxation. Like, okay, you know those like meditation songs like loop for 1 hour that you can listen to that help you fall asleep? Xavier is like that, but in a human voice. Yeah, that's what I feel about Xavier. Hard agree. That's what I'm talking about. You could say anything and you would still feel at ease listening, right? So true. I wonder, like, do you know how, like, Genshin's voice actors... Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about this with, like, what's happening right now. But sometimes the voice actors like to play their own games and they like to... Like, Zach Aguilar, I think, who voices Aether, he likes to stream Genshin Impact. Do any of the Love and Deepspace English voice actors stream this game? That'd be interesting. Like imagine watching a playthrough where you could just hear Xavier's voice narrating everything. That'd be amazing. No, they're all on NDAs? Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. We don't know any of the VAs? What? Okay, that's interesting. That's a different setup than Genshin. Or literally any other gacha game. Xavier's voice does put a creepy little twist in his voice in some of the Catch-22. Oh, only the EN VAs. Got it. At least the English VAs only. It's to protect them? Oh. I didn't know that it was that serious. Oh, I mean, maybe serious isn't the word. I didn't know that it was that... protected? I didn't know that they did all that. Oh, from the fandom. Okay, I can see that happening. I thought that was like protect them from, like, I guess the fandom can be dangerous depending on who they are. But I think it's like a wholesome fandom, right? From what I could tell. That in Infold has some... Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. I know, like, voice acting and the voice acting industry can be very complicated. So, yeah, I get that that can happen. All right, last chapter, chapter 6, Stardust Trail. Okay, buckle in. Last chapter. It's an awful disease. Ever since the meteor shower, I've only gotten more ill. My trips to the hospital became more and more frequent until, one day, I simply couldn't leave. It's nothing I didn't expect. It's just I didn't expect it to be so soon. What actually surprised me was that I never saw Xavier again. He just disappeared without a trace. No one knew where he went. I tried to contact him, of course, but to no avail. 1, 2, 3 days pass, and I get more and more anxious. Just as I sneak out of my room, with barely enough strength to leave the hospital room, I recall what he said about how reaching for freedom is to give it up. Did he lose his freedom when he went to watch the meteor shower with me? I lie on the hospital bed every day, tossing and turning, deep in thought like the night before the meteor shower. But the sky doesn't light up any quicker with my dark thoughts. Likewise, no matter how much I think about Xavier, he doesn't appear. Even if I am stupid, it's hard to miss the fact that my days are numbered. I can tell from the look on the nurse's face whenever she comes in.
What? She's dying? What?
Besides, this withering heart is mine. Exactly 1 month after the meteor shower, I force myself to sneak out of the hospital and return to the salt flat, even if it's for that promise. I have a feeling he'll be there. It's amazing to hear the salt crunch beneath my feet. Despite it not being too long ago, I was able to run and jump the last time I was here. I sit on the trestle bridge for a long time, longer than I did on the night I watched the meteor shower with Xavier. After all, there is no next time. We're on Anecdote 2, which is, takes place on Phylos. Yeah, when shooting stars fall. Thank you very much. Just as I prepare to leave, I see a star reflected in the distance. It hangs on the pommel of a wooden sword, swinging this way and that. It's Xavier. He's running. No, he's running. To me. He stops in front of me. It's only then that I notice the wounds on his hands and face. Catching his breath, he holds out his hand, showing me a small, glowing protocore. This is the first time he's looked at me with desperation in his eyes. When he moves closer, I notice a ring of light around his neck. It's a striking, suffocating red. Did you exchange your freedom for this? He doesn't answer. He says this is the protocore that can save me. He found it. But this withering heart is still in me. It's a flickering candle about to go out at any moment, holding on only by my desire to see Xavier again. I reach out and touch the wounds on his face. Some of the blood is already dried. I don't understand why Xavier, so calm and clever, would risk his life without a thought. He's willing to dive headfirst into danger for this dying heart of mine. It's too late. I want to touch Xavier's neck, but I only grab air. Return the protocore when you found it, alright? Oh, sorry. Return to the protocore to where you found it, alright? Xavier doesn't say anything. He clutches the protocore until his knuckles turn white. You promised we would watch the meteor shower again. We have our own destinies. Some things can't be forced. I reach out and poke the corner of his mouth. Don't be sad. I've been very happy this past month. I don't know why, but even though I don't want to cry, tears begin to fall just as I finish speaking. Xavier wipes them away. Around us, the mirror-like salt flat connects heaven and earth. making the sky seem so boundless. And at the same time, it makes us feel so small.
Talk to me.
I point at the space beside me, letting him sit a little closer. His gaze softens. After a while, he relaxes his grip on the protocore, letting it fall to the ground, and sits beside me.
If I wasn't sick, would you watch the stars with me?
Yes. Xavier puts an arm around me, letting me lean on his shoulder. Not just the stars. Not just the stars. I'll show you the mountains and the rivers, the sun and the moon. We'll see them together.
Okay, but not the mountains. Hiking is a lot of work. I don't want to.
No matter what happens, I'll be by your side. No matter how long you rest, I'll wait for you.
All right, since you insist, I'll just have to agree.
Leaning on Xavier's shoulder and dreaming of a disease-free future makes me happy. I feel my strength gradually disappear. I use whatever I have left to look up at the sky.
It's a shame. There are no stars tonight.
There is one. There is one. I see him hold out his hand in front of me, his palm glowing. It's like that time in the auditorium, but tonight, the light seems brighter. His shooting star is shining for me again. I close my eyes and whisper my final wish.
I wish to meet you in my next life. I wonder if that will come true.
It will. He holds my hand. It's nice and warm. I nod reassuringly at him. Then I feel as though someone is calling my name from above. My eyelids feel heavy. Then I can't open them anymore. In the final moments of my life, I feel like I'm being held. I hear sounds similar to stars burning in the sky, one after another, as if another brilliant, grand meteor shower has appeared. With the scent reminiscent of the moon, a warm, gentle voice reaches my ear like a shooting star. No matter how many times it takes, no matter where you are, I will find you. God! Oh my God! Wow. I wasn't expecting... Wow. I wasn't expecting that emotion from... Jeez. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a rough one. And wait, is this... Yeah. It's hard not to make him best boy after reading these. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Each love interest is... I feel like they're so well written, where you can make an argument for any one of them being best boy. But they're doing a pretty good job with Xavier. Maybe it's just because this is Xavier month, right? So I've watched so much stuff with just Xavier that he's just in the forefront of my mind right now. But yeah, very, very sad. So this main character passed away, and Xavier went to Earth. He time traveled and went to Earth so that he could be with her in this life. That is crazy. Or is this a different timeline, Xavier? She passed away in Xavier's arms, right? That narration where she's like losing consciousness and moving, like, you know, she hears a voice from above. That was so sad. This is the first time MC and Xavier meet, by the way. I thought so. Yeah, okay. I thought that's what was happening. The color he returns within his anecdote is the same one that we see when we first meet him in the main story, so he hasn't been able to get rid of it. Oh. Oh, that's what he was wearing. Where he's like sleeping in the field and stuff. Holy crap. So Xavier's lifetime has included 3 incarnations of the MC. He meets this MC, then the Queen MC from the Lightseeker myth. Oh, that's a different one. And then the main timeline MC. He's the only one who has met her multiple times in the same lifetime. Wow. Okay. They're really... God. They're really trying to make me like Xavier more than Zane. I swear to God. Ugh. Why do you have to write Xavier so well? I'm trying to be loyal to my man Zane. I'm trying to be Team Zane all the way. But like, how can I when you have bias wrecker Xavier here? God. They were all of them well. Yeah, that's the problem. All of them are so well written, you can't choose a single one. Each time MC reincarnates, she loses all her past memories with Xavier. Yeah, Xavier remembers everything. I haven't gotten to Zane's stories yet, so who knows? Yeah, that's why I'm saving best for last. Because I'm saving best for last so that I remind myself, this is my man. I will... He is the best for a reason. Okay. This is gonna take a long time. This might... Oh. Obtain 10 Xavier memories of 4-star and above to unlock. Okay. Okay, I guess we're locked out of reading more of Xavier's anecdotes. Okay. Well... No. Okay. This is the problem with being free to... Or not even free to play. Being a low spender. I don't have Xavier's 4-star memories. How many 4-star memories do I even have? Yeah. You're in for a treat with Zane's lore. It's so good, but you'll want to pay close attention because it can get confusing if you don't keep it all straight. Got it. Oh boy. Maybe I should like, for Zane's month, which is gonna be like way in the future, maybe I should like actually take notes. I should have a notepad next to me and like take bullet points of stuff that is important to remember. Zane was gonna be confusing. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that, I guess. Have that to look forward to. We can come back to this anecdote later. Okay, yeah. I've never seen that before. It sounds like someone has either been really lucky or is a whale. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No shame. No shame. But I wish I could.
Thinking about what to do.
I wish I didn't have that problem. I've been playing for a while. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want, Lavender has a vid about this anecdote. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll watch Lavender's vids for 5-star memories because I doubt I'll even get them ever. If it comes to anecdotes or other stories like that, I'll just wait till I can read them, then read them in the future. I was confused reading Zane's until I read Zane's girlie's explanation. Yep. Zane girlie's explanations. I might have to read them too. I don't really trust myself to put every single piece of the puzzle together, especially if I'm streaming over a month or like over 2 months. It's gonna be a long time to keep it, in the back of my mind. We love the whales. They keep the rest of us fed with continued content. That's true. That's true. Whales are the lifeblood of every gacha community because they fund the game for all the free-to-play people.
Tired? You should go to sleep soon.
Oh, really? This anecdote is your least favorite? Gotcha. And then it's your favorite. Then very divisive. Very divisive one. Let's see. Apparently this one... Wait, so this one's the super sad one, right? I think someone said that the 3rd anecdote is the saddest. Oh, interesting. Okay. While we do this, I'm going to do World Underneath. No, shooting stars is technically number 3. Huh? Wait, so how do you unlock shooting stars? The last one you read was the 3rd anecdote. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, sorry. I do want people to discuss things freely, but I also don't want to be spoiled. It's hard. Maybe I should have just a stream that's just always on my main channel, that is just a place for people to talk and discuss Love and Deepspace when I'm not streaming. I know that some VTubers do that, where they just have a stream running where it's just like a place for their community to talk when I'm not streaming. So maybe that's what I can do here. Huh, can I do it now? Yeah. I don't. It might be a lot to do mid-stream. Are you going to read all of World Underneath or just Xavier's entries? Just Xavier's entries. Fortunately, the new World Underneath Fractal Library explains whatever happened with Zane a lot. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but I'm just doing Xavier's entries right now for World Underneath. Okay, so in the future, I'm gonna make a stream that is just like a free space for y'all to just talk and discuss anything about Love and Deepspace or anything that you want to talk about. But I'm busy. Like, I don't think I can make that while streaming. I'm gonna have to like dedicate some time later. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, just look forward to that. I'll have it up. I'll make a note of it so I don't forget. I can probably do that after the stream. Yeah, I'll just do it later. Okay, World Underneath next. Let's see. Okay, for World Underneath, I think 4 from the stars is Xavier. Yes, I believe. Okay, hang on. If during one of your streams they drop a trailer for the next event, would you want to be told and maybe react to it? Yes, I can live react to stuff. Yeah, please let me know. I'm more than happy to do like impromptu reactions, like on the spot. And that being said, because I'm not caught up in the story, I won't be able to react fully. Like, might be soon, we'll see. Gotcha. Hey, it might even be during Salus's birthday stream tomorrow that I'm gonna be doing. And then you're gonna do the branch story. I'm glad you're reading the anecdotes and the World Underneath before doing it. Yeah, right. I was told very, happily by Cat Sith that this is the most optimal way to experience it, which I am very grateful for. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is like this will give me like the best experience for Love and Deepspace, instead of just being confused the whole time because I read stuff out of order. Xavier and Zane's branches are so confusing without the lore context. Yeah. Wait, what's this called? From the Stars, right? More Jeremiah stuff. Hello. World Underneath. Okay, let's do World Underneath now. Xavier's branch. Is it just this one? It's just this one that is Xavier's World Underneath. Let me see. Is there a way to check? This Jeremiah story is good. Okay, sick. More Jeremiah development. Let's go. I think, yeah, there's... Let's see. Yeah, it's From the Stars. So From the Stars is a Xavier story. So that is good. Okay. Next love interest needs to be curly haired boy, like Jeremiah. Maybe the next love interest could be Jeremiah. Who knows? Like, imagine how crazy that would be. Sorry. Anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people could get behind Jeremiah. He manages a flower shop. He has a cat. What's not to like? What's not to love? Okay. Okay. 2033, Summer. Technically, number 6 is a Xavier story too, but I don't think it's urgent to read it before Xavier's branch. Got it. I can read that too. I'm down. Okay, wait. Sweeties. 2033, Summer. 1 salted egg yolk cheesecake. Okay, sorry. What does Jeremiah's voice sound like again? Oh man, I completely forgot what it sounds like. Let me try my best. 1 salted egg yolk cheesecake and 1 chocolate chiffon cake. Was that okay? Like yours? Yes, Jeremiah sounds like Caleb. Okay, sick. Cool. Easy. Jeremiah, standing by the counter of Sweetie's cake shop, leans slightly forward. His bright eyes follow the girl behind the counter. You've been coming here a lot recently, Jeremiah. Are you addicted to cakes now? Jeremiah's eyes dart around as he reveals a slightly goofy smile. Maybe. 2 boxes of beautifully wrapped cakes are placed in front of him. Jeremiah pays, then pushes the cheesecake back. This is for you. The girl is taken aback, a hint of surprise flickering across her face before she quickly recovers. If you keep doing this, my boss will say you're playing favorites. He'll be upset you're only treating me and not him. Wait, sorry. Was that her talking? Or was that Jeremiah? No, that was her, right? That was the girl talking. Yeah. If you keep doing will say you're playing favorites. He'll be upset you're only treating me and not him. She turns to look at the middle-aged man behind her, who's busy decorating cakes with a piping bag. She turns back and shrugs at Jeremiah. It's a secret then, Jeremiah whispers, leaning closer. This is Jeremiah from Planetary Shuffle Squad 2, requesting a secret cake exchange with Squad 1 member, Bella. Please respond, over. The girl chuckles, then quickly covers her mouth and whispers. Squad 1, Bella, message received. Beginning cake transfer. Okay, Jeremiah, your friend is still outside. Don't keep him waiting. I'm going, Jeremiah says, his tone suddenly a little awkward. By the way, you haven't forgotten about the dinner at my house on Sunday, right? ... Ellipses. Ding ding ding! The door of the cake shop closes. Xavier, who had been waiting for a long time, glances at Jeremiah. I thought you said you couldn't get used to Earth food. Oh, Jeremiah says, waving his hand. I brought it for displaying purposes. Xavier raises an eyebrow. Before he can say the words Jeremiah knows is coming, Jeremiah quickly pats his shoulder. Come on, teach me how to make some Earth dishes. You've been researching recipes recently, right? Oh wait, that was really short. Compared to the Anecdotes stories, that was way shorter. Sweeties. The next chapter is Home. Who's Bella? I don't think I've ever heard Bella before. Bella loves marigolds. I want her to see them when she comes over for dinner, Jeremiah says, holding a vase as she passes by Xavier. He peeks out from behind the orange blossoms. Where do you think I should put it? At the door? By the dinner table? Or on the balcony? After being asked the same thing for the 23rd time, Xavier glances at the door adorned with plants, then at this dinner table surrounded by fresh flowers, and finally at the balcony that can only be described as a sea of flowers. I think there's no space. Really? Baffled, Jeremiah looks around the house he rented a week ago. I didn't think it was this small when I saw it. You could hold it, Xavier suddenly says. Huh? Hold it and give it to her when you open the door. Jeremiah scratches his head. Oh, we're just friends. I don't want her to misunderstand. He turns to Xavier with a playful grin. Have you used this trick before? Xavier glances at him. What? What do you mean what? Don't play dumb. Jeremiah nudges him. Xavier walks to the sofa, picks up a magazine, and sits down. Fine, don't tell me then. The oven in the kitchen signals the food is blah, blah, blah. Let me redo that. The oven in the kitchen signals the food is ready. Jeremiah insisted Xavier stay for the dinner. He set up to greet his friend. His reason? It adds a human touch. Being immortal must make for a pretty lonely life when nobody else around you is also one. That's why I'm really glad that Xavier and Jeremiah have each other. Because, at the end of the day, they'll be around for each other no matter what, right? So that's like the upside, right? They're BFFs. Literally best friends forever because they're gonna live forever. Okay. Wearing oven mitts, he takes out the baked cheesy rice and sets it down in front of Xavier. Bella says that since we've met, we should make a mark in each other's lives. Otherwise, there's no point in meeting. Suddenly, it starts pouring outside. Xavier stares at the drenched sky, and silence envelops the room. Come on, help me taste this. I've been taste testing this for the past few days. I can't even tell if it's good or bad anymore. Xavier looks away from the window and scoops up some rice covered in cheese and tomato sauce. The spoon is connected to the bowl via a string of cheese. It's alright. Needs a bit more salt. Really? Jeremiah frowns. Eating a spoonful himself. Even after coming with the backtrackers to this place over 200 years ago... Backtrackers? That's... Okay, so... Sorry. I'm gonna pause the narration for a bit. Backtrackers, I guess, is the group of people who time traveled from Phylos and ended up here on Earth. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Even after coming with the backtrackers to this place over 200 years ago, he still can't fully understand the diverse tastes of Earthlings. But since Xavier suggested it, there must be a reason. He nods. I'm just treating her to a meal. When Isaiah was looking for us before, she helped cover for me. I know nothing can happen between us. We don't age the way people here do. It wouldn't be fair. As Jeremiah eats, he rambles on, not even realizing the unease hidden in his voice. Don't worry, I don't have any ulterior motives. Besides, I haven't finished my main task yet. I'm the one who has to finish the spaceship's... I'm the one who has to fix the spaceship's launcher, right? The rain outside is relentless. Through the window, the raindrops seem to be capable of piercing through anything. They crisply pitter-patter as they hit the glass. Xavier puts down his spoon, wipes his mouth, and stands up. Forget it. You haven't fixed it in 200 years. You might as well focus on dating. What? God, the shade from Xavier, jeez. In a flash of light, Xavier disappears along with the newly modified accelerator Jeremiah had on the table. He sighs and takes the dishes back to the now empty kitchen. If someone told him hundreds of years ago, back when the Traceback 2 was riddled with holes from an asteroid as they were in cosmic turbulence, he would face the mundane problem of greasy dishes, he would have laughed. He understands Xavier's indifferent reaction. As the leader of the Backtrackers, Xavier must have seen more of his former companions leave compared to Jeremiah. Okay. Asteroids, turbulence, and the collapse of wormholes couldn't tear Traceback 2's team apart. With Xavier there, They managed to break through the universe's most impregnable space-time barrier. Yet such an invincible team eventually dissolved in the mundane times of this era, from a loved one handing them flowers. The radio behind Jeremiah switches from its regular program to a news broadcast. The year isn't over yet, but we've already predicted that this... sorry, this is like a news anchor. let me try being like a news anchor. The year isn't over yet, but we've already predicted that this will be the heaviest, most widespread rain. It's expected to end on Saturday. Sunday will be sunny. It'll be perfect for a trip. Let's look forward to a wonderful weekend. He turns off the TV and walks onto the flower-filled balcony. There's a tranquil sunset. No monsters, no fluctuations, and no need to fight in the cosmos. Living like this is the reason why many people left the Backtrackers. Maybe those who left just missed home too much. Okay, well, we learned a lot about the Backtrackers here. I think this is also the first time I'm hearing their name. I can't remember that term ever showing up. Backtrackers. Neat. Okay, in the interest of time, I won't spend too much time talking in between these. Actually, we fuck it. We ball, I can stream for as long as it takes me. I want to take my time with these stories. Chapter 3, Waterfall Inside Forest. After leaving Jeremiah's fabricated home, Xavier walks under the moonlight to a secluded forest on the city outskirts. Behind the dense forest and the signal-blocking zone is the largest cosmic signal transmission and reception station. It was secretly built by Lincoln City. He could technically report to any place he had been before using his teleport, sorry. He could technically teleport to any place he had been before using his evol. But he always slows down when passing this signal station. The blue light on the top of the tower flickers, almost blending in with the starry sky. Apart from that, most of the buildings in the base aren't tall. They're sparsely scattered in the forest clearing. Occasionally, maintenance staff would walk around, their whispers echoing in the distance. If I remember correctly, Backtrackers was mentioned once or twice in Xavier's Standard Myth. Got it. Maybe I just didn't absorb that information because I had no clue what they were. Thank you. I'm of the opinion that dozens of brains are better than one. So thank you. Or dozens of memories are better than one. These faint sounds are as comforting as the cosmic white noise they heard when they traveled through unfamiliar galaxies. His mind wanders back to the seemingly endless journey back when he slept in the hibernation pod. Okay, sorry, let me reread that. I can deliver that better. He runs into some of them too? Okay, gotcha. His mind wanders back to the seemingly endless journey back when he slept in the hibernation pod. He heads deeper into the forest through a pitch-black valley, walking until no buildings are visible. There, he reaches his destination, the crash site of Traceback 2. Only part of the wreckage is above ground. He pushes away the vines and places Jeremiah's accelerator into the launcher. He lights it with his evol. Little specks of light float from his hand into the leaves below. Soon, blue electricity starts flowing, and a cold mechanical noise echoes under the starry sky. He sits down in the pilot's seat, quietly waiting for the result. Fortunately, the forests in every space-time sound and smell the same. He closes his eyes, thinking about his home. Some say that from a higher dimensional perspective, time does not exist. The past, present, and future unfold in the same space. A person can only see the world before them because their eyes can only perceive the light projected from it. If this is true, then somewhere in the vast cosmos, there might exist a point where life Oh, sorry, light. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, let me redo that. If this is true, then somewhere in the vast cosmos, there might exist a point where light from countless timelines converges. From there, one could see every star that ever existed, from the explosion of the universe to its eventual collapse, and witness every possible ending the world could take under an infinite number of choices. Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just reading World Underneath. Xavier's today is just Xavier's stories. But yeah, hope you are excited to listen to Xavier's stories. Okay. The mechanical roar subsides, leaving the forest in silence and darkness. It's hopeless without Portocore energy. He collects his scattered thoughts and opens his eyes to a cascading waterfall of stars in the forest. He raises his hand, as though he wants to catch them. If time really doesn't exist, then within the sea of stars before him, could he see Phylos and his and her little planet? Okay, I don't know why it's called waterfall inside forest. I don't know why, but that's a good chapter there. That shows us like trace back to, which by the way, this thing is traced back to, right? This little thing on oh no, not that one. This little thing here that's like a wreckage, that's traced back to, for sure. Yes, gotcha. The halo looking thing. Yeah, for real. That's the first thing I thought when I saw it. It looked like a halo. Like a very small halo, for sure. But a halo nonetheless. Oh, chapter 4, Catastrophe. A year passes. Jeremiah still hasn't found a suitable power source to start the spaceship. The rented home gradually became his real home. After arriving in this era, several unwritten rules were formed among the backtrackers, such as changing residences regularly and avoiding unnecessary contact. After obtaining the identity of a normal person, Jeremiah loses all contact with Xavier. What? He did look for him many times privately, but in a way, he feels as though his fruitless search might be better. Whether it's because of guilt or not wanting another traitor like Isaiah to trouble Xavier, he doesn't know. Besides, with his current appearance, gloves and apron, he really wouldn't know what to say if he were to meet his former captain. His days drifting in Traceback 2 feel like a dream from a previous life. Jeremiah's biggest worry now is how to give Bella a ring and invite her to live in this home he built for her. Okay, you know what I said before about how maybe Jeremiah should be a love interest? I take that back, because if he's into Bella, then I don't want to ruin that. You know what I mean? Oh, who is Bella? Does she have a model too, or does she ever appear in the story? That's crazy. But before he can come up with a satisfactory plan, a 3-day polar night begins. He had a bad feeling about it, all of which comes to fruition when, at 3 in the morning on the last day, he sees a wanderer. It pierces through the skyscrapers of Lincoln City like a meteor, shooting right through the psychological defenses of its citizens. People who have never seen such a monster are captured by death and fear. Wait, what? Are captured by death as they're enveloped in fear. They cry as they say their final goodbyes to family, friends, and lovers. Then, they're mercilessly crushed by a wanderer that somehow appeared behind them, becoming a handful of dust. She never appears in the story. Oh, that's sad in its own way. I want her to be canon. That'd be, or like she is canon, but I want her to show up. That'd be cool if Bella shows up with Jeremiah one day. When Jeremiah reaches Sweetie's cake shop, he only sees collapsed buildings and destroyed shop signs. In the ruins, a small marigold is buried under the rubble. He doesn't dwell on it for long, quickly realizing he's perhaps one of the few people who knows how to defeat these monsters. But when he tries to shatter the Wanderer's protocore, as he had done with part of the Order of the Lightseekers, he finds no weapon at hand or within sight. This era is far behind the level of technology they had on Phylos. His peaceful life had already made him forget how to fight. As the monster's roar reaches his ears, he rolls over and watches helplessly as the marigold disintegrates in a dark blue energy wave. Sorry, I had to burp. My bad. Okay. In the early days of the catastrophe, he briefly worked with Xavier in the most devastated areas. And standing in the middle of a severely damaged road, Xavier rescued a girl and disappeared soon after. Jeremiah knows that he must have found her. The disaster lasted much longer than anyone imagined. On January 1st, 2035, the Hunters Association was officially established. The president announces in the January 1st agreement that they may have to coexist with Wanderers. The newly built Azure Square broadcasts this historical moment on a giant holographic screen. Jeremiah is in the crowd when it plays. It feels as if an ancient spaceship has finally landed and the real traceback mission has just begun. Wait, so she died? Yeah, Bella didn't survive? Like, oh, okay, so he finds the marigold. Oh. I was heavily implied here that Bella didn't survive. Oh my god. Oh, and after everything I was saying too about wanting to see her in the story, god. So this was a long time ago, like before the Hunters Association was established too, right? Holy crap. That's so sad. So maybe Jeremiah couldn't move past Bella, and he just decided, okay, you know what? I won't have anyone. That's so sad. That's so sad in and of itself. I guess you could say Xavier is like the founder of the organization. Yeah, Xavier is like, oh, wait, I never thought about it that way. Xavier is like, he kind of started the Hunters Association. Because, well, not really, but more like because Xavier saved them, they wanted to train people to fight like Xavier, and that's why they started the Hunters Association. Holy crap. Yo, everything is connected. That's crazy. Holy, it's just hitting me. That's insane. That development. In the middle of a severely damaged room. Oh my gosh. Okay. He would have been Lumiere during that time when he saved the MC, so indirect founder. Yeah. Whew. Jeez. The more you know. I like how they tie everything together, you know? Very smart. Last one. Oh, chapter 5. Philo. Or Philo? Nah, it doesn't matter. In 2037, Lincoln City mostly rebuilt itself at an almost incredible speed. After mastering the purification and use of protocore energy, it's even more prosperous than even before the disaster. Xavier walks around the corner and is hit by a floral scent. He looks up to see a flower shop called Philo. Its golden marigolds spill out onto the street. Oh, the marigolds. He had the marigolds for Bella. It's all very similar. He vaguely remembers this used to be a cake shop. Oh! Philo was built in the remnants of Sweetie's cake shop. Oh, okay. The shopkeeper, carrying a potted plant, pushes open the glass door. His greeting is caught in his throat at the sight of Xavier. I bought this place, so I'm living here now. The backyard is a greenhouse, and the third floor is a workspace. Jeremiah invites his long-lost friend into the shop and serves 2 cups of hot tea. The spaceship's launcher is... Did she eat dinner at your place that weekend? Xavier unexpectedly interrupts him with a long-lost memory, leaving Jeremiah somewhat at a loss. Ah, you mean Bella. He scratches his head. She did, and she immediately noticed that I rented the house. Bella said no one would clear out a house until it's only filled with flowers. She knew who I was from the start, and said she saw me when she was a child. She also said she didn't like to see my real home if she could. Okay, sorry, I don't know how to feel about the fact that she knew him when she was a child. Yeah, I don't think that relationship would have worked. That's just me. The age difference, kind of crazy. Maybe if she met Jeremiah way later in life, like they met when they were both of adult age, that would be better. But yeah, I don't think this would have worked out. That's just me. That's just me saying it. Jeremiah touches a small ring he wears on a necklace as he speaks. Then he tucks it back into his collar. Enough about me. How are you? Do you need a new identity? I can get you one. Xavier shakes his head, walking over to a cluster of blue flowers. In the center of the 5 petals is a small yellow star. Wavy leaf sea lavender. He hasn't seen one in a long time. Oh, was this Xavier or Jeremiah? Okay, that's probably Jeremiah. I won't lie. I felt quite guilty these past 2 years. It seems like everyone had a reason to give up and leave. Halfway except you. Can you say hi? Unfortunately, it's 6 a.m. for me. Came back from work. Watch you later. Have a nice day. Oh, thank you. Hey, really appreciate it. Yeah, please enjoy the VOD when that comes out after this stream is over. Yeah, thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. She just saw him as a child though. They didn't actually meet then. Yeah, that's fair. Like, okay, yeah. I guess that's not as bad. If Jeremiah met and interacted with her as a child, I would be like, no, this cannot work, you know? Because there's always just gonna be that thing in the back of your mind that's like, oh boy, I met this person when they were way too young, right? Also, MC was 8 years old when the catastrophe happened and she got saved by Lumiere. So that age difference is there between Xavier and MC. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about that then. Oh gosh. This is why I don't like big age differences. They never interacted outside of his saving her. Yeah, okay. Whenever it comes to big age differences, I just don't like thinking about it. Okay. You know what? Let's just move on. It's like, it's. I guess it's wholesome. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a fictional story, so I guess I'm thinking too much about it. Anyway. Oh gosh, where was I? I don't even know where I was. Oh, I won't lie. I felt quite guilty these past 2 years. It seems like everyone had a reason to give up and leave halfway except you. Well, you did too, but you wouldn't because no one could replace you. We all thought that you'd still make it to the end, even if you were the only one left. It's cruel, but sometimes I think those of us who left early can live their lives in peace, as long as you're still holding on. You can always choose what kind of life you want to lead. Xavier says softly. It's as if tiny sums illuminate the slightly wilted petals. Have you gotten used to Earth food? Jeremiah stands up. Captain, can I come back? Xavier looks at him, seemingly thinking his question is unnecessary. Just do what you think is right. By the time Xavier leaves Philo, night has already enveloped the newly built Lincoln City. On the overpass, Xavier looks down at the endless stream of cars and hurried pedestrians. Everyone is absorbed in their journey, and not a single person pauses to gaze at the stars above. Of course, it's late. Everyone is rushing home, like how all life ultimately returns to where it came from. No matter what he chooses, his fate always remains the same. Xavier, you already found her, right? So why don't you settle down somewhere? As he leaves, Jeremiah's words echo in his ears. His gaze falls on the distant cityscape. Over the years, the light pollution in Lincoln City has become increasingly severe, making it impossible to see anything. He remembers the waterfall of stars he had seen deep in the forest. That's why it was waterfall in the forest or something like that. I was so confused. Okay. He remembers the waterfall of stars he had seen deep in the forest. That's his last memory of his distant homeland. Maybe this time he can settle down. If possible, he wants a place where he can see the stars. I feel kind of bad for Xavier, to be honest. Because, him and all the backtrackers, they're away from their home forever. That's really sad. They have to, basically build new lives from scratch here. Rough. Well, okay. Well, that is number 4 of World Underneath. And, oh boy, I think someone mentioned earlier that there's another World Underneath story that I can read. Hang on, I just need to go up and look again. Oh boy, we talked about so much this stream that I'm having trouble finding. Oh, number 6 is a Xavier story too. Sealed in Dust. I don't think it's that urgent to read it before Xavier's branch. Okay. Okay, I think I can hold off on World Underneath number 6 then. I think I'm gonna go and just go straight into the branch story. So this is prologue to tomorrow. So from what I know, it starts off grouped up and then it splits off into branch stories. So I'm just gonna read that. Yeah, it's a long one. So good to start now. Okay, got it. Oh yeah. 300 megabytes. Classic. This is gonna be a full chapter too. This is where you will see the 5-star memory. I told you to... Oh!
Where did you go just now? You vanished all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I didn't think they would be here. 2 months later. In the dimly lit room, silhouettes lurk in the shadows. Holographic screens flicker with images of protocores being sold. Each flash is accompanied by a symbol marking their status. In the corner is a man whose pockets are heavy with poker chips. He takes out his phone and inputs an encrypted code with ease. The dark web interface on the screen sputters, then pops up a series of windows even more mysterious. For some reason, they gave away the kindled part of the story as a 5-star card. Okay, I'm not going to question their logic. I believe in Infold Games. Oh, Top secret. An ether core appears. True or false? Okay. I didn't read that enough. Okay, well. It is what it is. Okay, let me read this. Anyone know about what happened in the no-hunt zone last night? Heard the core of the protofield got wrecked at the N109 zone. Rumors say over 50 wanderers showed up out of thin air, almost causing a riot. Who are these people? D-D-D-D-D-D-Da-D-Da. What is this username? 300 cash for lockpicking 1. Okay. Mr. Hart, maybe an ether core attracted the wanderers? User 108. Okay, that's very accurate. It's like an auto-generated username. Somebody trying to frame the wanderers, maybe? Wish for world peace. Don't spread rumors. Qwerty, you saw known protocore smugglers near the Silver Screen Hotel. Lead? Investigate and report back. A photo appears on the screen. Surrounded by bodyguards, a notorious protocore merchant walks into the hotel. Oh, who's this?
Welcome to the Silver Screen Hotel.
We work overtime for 2 months dealing with these protocore smugglers. After that, it's vacation time.
Oh, this is a new character, Simone. Several hidden bugs and cameras fall as Simone deactivates them. She brushes off the dust on her hands and casually tosses a transmitter into the corner.
After Operation Ether Ordeal secretly started, this is our first mission together? I figured we'd have chances to work together since you are also here, but things have gotten hectic with mission after mission.
Simone used to be in Unicorn's armament tech. She has the micro-modification evol. What does that mean? And ever since she increased my Hunter firearms firing rate by 2-fold, we've got along well. Yeah, Lincoln's been a mess lately. I wonder when things will settle down.
At least it's nothing compared to the N109 zone. I heard you went in all by yourself 2 months ago. You made a mess out of Ani Kindness's protocore auction and left unscathed. You even managed to...
She lowers her voice. Her tone is half teasing, half curious.
You even managed to get your hands on a real ether core, right?
Yep. But who told you about this? This is the first time I've heard about it. Who told you?
No one. But it does coincide with when you were away from the Association and the incident in the N109 zone. The Association launched a covert mission, something about investigating the recent chaos in Lincoln.
Simone trails off, but I know what she's implying. This operation is for the Association's best. A few probably noticed something was unusual.
Relax. This is top secret stuff. There aren't even leaks, let alone whispers. I wouldn't mind catching a glimpse of this ether core to see what all the fuss is about, though. Anyway, the N109 zone whispers about an ether core, and suddenly the groups on the dark web go nuts. I thought the Association wouldn't bat an eye, but then Captain Jenna showed up and dragged me into the Special Operations team.
Okay, so she is new to this whole thing.
It feels like we stumbled into something big, and that rumor being passed around becomes a truth. I always believed the ether core existed. I just never thought there was more than one. If these smugglers have the real deal, that baby's going straight into my railgun.
The elevator keeps climbing, as if it's taking us to a rooftop that's directly under the deep space tunnel. For a second, I feel like I'm back under the N109 zone sky.
Allow me to jog your memory.
Okay, yeah, this is where we're with Silas.
From your past to your future, to even all the crimes you'll inevitably commit. After all, you and me, we're the same.
What planet was that? My memories are too fragmented and unclear. Is it because of this ether core? My hand touches my chest, the warmth pulsating like another heartbeat.
Heads up, you two. We hacked the hotel's security system. You've been whitelisted and can come and go as you please.
Andrew, the captain of data analysis, is micromanaging all intel for Operation Ether Ordeal. He's communicating via earpiece.
Rendezvous in conference room 3909. It'll be showtime in 5 minutes.
A holographic 3D map of the hotel flickers to life before me, modules snapping into place. Simone winks. She's very proud of her latest gadget.
The moment you meet up with the target, Evol will be transmitted through your contact lenses device to alter his memories. He'll think you're the buyer he met before. You have a 30-minute window, so make it quick.
Understood. We'll grab the items and see if an ether core is present.
Anyway, we can fight our way out if things go south. Are you doubting my new gadget or her Evol?
Simone adjusts my dress as she equips a protofield disruptor that's shaped like an earring. Oh, very fashionable. This is like some James Bond type stuff, you know, where he just has everything disguised as accessories and stuff. Our reflections stare back at us in the glass. Simone looks stylish in her secretary attire, and I'm wearing a simple, elegant dress. I didn't think I would be an heiress again after I returned to working as a hunter. At least my time in the N109 zone taught me how to bluff. A ding announces that we've arrived on the 39th floor. Simone and I exchange a look. Here we are. Let's do this. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the time and I realized I am actually very tired. But I've already started it, like, oh boy. Oh man. Oh, what to do, what to do. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, complete prologue to tomorrow, 1-2 new discovery first. Oh, I just have to complete this, and then I can read the Xavier story. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read this one, and then go to Xavier's story directly. Okay, that's the plan. 1 hour later.
With all this fuss, I thought I'd finally see the real deal, but these were all duds.
Prologue is shortish. Thank goodness, I swear. I was already losing steam. While we didn't get an ether core, the mission wasn't a waste of time. We have these modified protocores. The protocore smugglers are taken away, and Simone and I return to the Hunters Association.
Special authorization confirmed. Good job, everyone. Do your weapons or gear need to be maintained or repaired? Put them on the table.
Aw, Otto's voice is so cute.
And just between you and me, Hunter's Huntin' is serving a fancy meal tonight. Don't miss out.
The little robot loudly whispers as it almost waddles to the armory with my weapon.
Simone, your gear's suffered some wear and tear lately. Over 65% of it has been damaged in the past 2 weeks.
Where are Nero and Tara? I'm sorry, I'm just wondering, like, who are these new people?
If she didn't help you control your evil, that number would have been higher. 70% at least.
Andrew is glued to his multi-screen setup. The windows flicker to life like a digital butterfly swarm.
Look, if building a powerful weapon turns out to be a mistake, you can punish me. Also, lead Andrew, it's been 2 months already. Are there any signs of that ether core? I can understand why the association hasn't told anyone about this. It can't be about saving face, no?
Alright, check this out.
Well, at least Captain Jenna's still here. Let's go, Captain Jenna! Woo! A rolled-up combat uniform lands on the table. We look up to see Jenna walking toward the control desk.
Captain, what's going on?
A weird yet familiar feeling pulls at my chest. I unfold the uniform. I unfold the uniform. There lies a flat, round object I recognize.
It's a hurt knave's head.
Simone wrinkles her nose in disgust. Oh boy. Without missing a beat, she snatches a pen from Andrew's desk and uses it to push the head away. She ignores the look on his face. I was waiting for a bit. What I missed? I just started the branch story prologue to tomorrow. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I finished reading Worlds Underneath and the Anecdotes for Xavier. So right now we're just trying to see if we can reach Xavier's branch story before I pass out from exhaustion. No, just kidding. I'm being dramatic. I'm good. I'm good. I'm a bit tired though. I'm not gonna lie. Whew. How could they just leave ahead? Where's the protocore? Jenna finishes drinking her water and tears open a package. She takes out a bread roll.
Because there was only the head. It showed up on Faye Street without anything else. The protocore must still be in its body, but who knows where that is. So, already you can see something's not right here.
Everyone casts their gazes on me. I slowly nod. I can sense a protocurve. It's similar to the one I brought back from the No Hunt Zone number 7 2 months ago. But there's no more of it. Oh, sorry, but there's more of it. Bah! I messed that up like twice. But there's more to it. Is it related to the ether core?
Yes. We've detected a large beta protocurve on this head.
That's a new fancy term. Captain, what's a beta protocurve?
Jenna takes a moment to gather herself. She stands up and the control desk flickers a couple times. A holographic 3D map is projected onto it.
Remember that incident last month? It occurred on the 8th at 9 a.m. Lincoln Bridge's main pier disappeared from the river for 20 minutes. And on the 14th at 3 a.m., rainbow mists appeared in Goldwood City. Specifically, they materialized in 6 districts within 4 seconds of one another.
Oh, what? Whoa, that's crazy. What happened?
Then on the 29th, an incident occurred at 4:30 p.m. An ice cream parlor in the Ring Imperial Center was flipped, and customers on the top floor were trapped in the first floor's freezer.
Oh God. Jesus.
The wanderers
Trapped in the
behind
freezer?
these have one thing in common. The protocurve produced by their protocores are capable of distorting space itself. We're calling this unique protocurve a beta protocurve for now.
Okay. I will try to remember that. Ooh.
I won't get into the details of the analysis. However, after comparing it with the protocurve produced from the Deepspace tunnel region that's in the N109 zone, our current findings reveal that...
Jenna leans forward. She grips the control desk to emphasize her words.
An ether core is involved.
Right, the second one.
Based on our observations of these wanderers, the Intel Department and Advanced Tech Labs predict we'll observe more beta protocurves in the future. That's where new ether cores might appear.
On the map with Lincoln City at its center, points of interest start appearing. There are potential locations, and they're everywhere. Some are even thousands of kilometers away from the city.
Everyone, it's getting dark. Night will fall, and we all know the big guys lurking in Lincoln's shadows are about to make their move.
Oh my gosh, this is a long cutscene. Captain Jenna revealed a lot of info today. There's another ether core aside from the one in my heart and the one in Salus's eye. But it could be in any of those locations. And this ether core might be incomplete, similar to how the one in my heart was at first. It'll take some time to find that ether core. In the meantime, let's go...
Our mission goes beyond just collecting ether cores.
In the meantime, let's go hang out with our boyfriends. Just kidding. In the meantime, let's go hang out with our love interests.
We also need to investigate the shady organizations that covet them for their own goals. They're essentially a ticking time bomb. We'll split up for now, but try not to alert the enemy. We don't want to make things worse.
Got it. Will do, Captain.
Hey, I don't know what you went through in the N109 zone, but...
A lot.
This operation is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't be a hero every 5 seconds. Patience is key.
After spitting out my toothpaste, I put down my toothbrush and stare at my reflection in the bathroom mirror. I unearthed some interesting info in the Association's archives today. There are also a few loose ends from my time in the N109 zone that need to be addressed. I should first deal with what I can handle right now, so... Oh, okay. Okay, now we hang out with our boyfriends. Special operation. Whoa, okay. So, yeah, Zane's branch, Xavier's branch, Raphael's branch. Voyage. Okay, obviously I'm doing Xavier's first. Voyage of the Outcast. Pursue the Wanderer, causing disappearances. Okay, I have a question. How many of these are there? Can they be done within 1 hour? Because I'm feeling a bit tired. Let me check. These parts of the story were super interesting. Oh yeah, okay. They take quite a while. 1 hour is doable? Okay. Okay, I can muster up the courage to do it a bit more. Okay, let's go. I'm ready. I said that I would do Xavier's. I'm gonna do Xavier's. Oh boy. Wait, actually. I am... Shoot, I am a bit tired. Maybe... Hang on. I'm gonna do something I've never done before, which is... Even though I haven't started... Oh my, there are 12 of them. Oh my... I don't think I can read 12 more 12 more of these cutscenes. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think if you're concerned about it, you should... Okay, you should just wait. Okay, yeah, this is the first time I'm ever... Like, usually when I say something, I'm gonna do it. But I have to keep in mind, like, I'm doing one for Silas tomorrow. And I'm doing another reaction one for Xavier's 5-star memories too. You've been reading so much today already. Thank you. My voice is so tired. I don't know if you can hear. I can hear my voice getting a bit raspy. Just because I've been using it for so long today. I mean, granted, I don't really talk that much in my usual. Well, yeah, I make sure to hydrate. I just take a swig of. I should be drinking more, to be honest. So good. But yeah, I don't really talk a lot, like in real life. I mean, in my tower, in the tower that I'm locked in, I don't really talk a lot. I mostly just like chill and stay silent. Xavier's branch for next stream? Yes. Oh well, technically next stream is Silas's birthday. So tomorrow, I am doing the entire event for Silas's birthday in one go. So that's the next stream. And then the stream after that is gonna be reacting to the last bit of Xavier's 5-star memories. And then I guess next week will have to be Xavier's branch. Yeah. So the next iteration, like episode 7 of my Love and Deepspace playthrough, is gonna be I was quite ambitious for what I wanted to do in a single day. Yeah, I was like, oh, it can't be that much reading. No, turns out it was. I grossly underestimated the amount of reading that this would take. Lots of reading in the stream, so understandable that your voice is tired, right? World Underneath was a lot. Yeah, and the anecdotes too. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my voice rested. So again, tomorrow we have Silas's birthday stream. So it's gonna be just one big celebration for the guy. And he deserves it, because maybe I don't understand like everything about Silas. Like everyone here probably knows more about Silas than I do, because all I know is just what's in here. the second oh boy. All I know is what's in here. Long-awaited revelry. All I know is just the stuff he does here. That's all. I don't know the lore. I have no clue about his lore. Like in the main story, I didn't even know about Xavier being like a time traveler. Like that wasn't mentioned just in the main story, right? I had to go and react to memories. I had to go read the anecdotes and everything, and the world underneath. So, yeah, I will learn a lot more about Silas way later in my playthrough. But tomorrow, I will at least celebrate him as he is, and read the event story. So yeah. Luckily, okay, so if you'll notice, I have started it, but I didn't read through anything here. I just accidentally clicked some buttons. So that's for tomorrow. And thank you very much, Xavier. Really appreciate you being here. But I will swap you out for Silas. So Silas will be here with us tomorrow morning. During tomorrow's stream. Okay, that's pretty much all I have for today. The event isn't that long. Yeah, the birthday event is wholesome. Yeah, I'll see everyone tomorrow. It'll just be me playing a bunch of the mini games as well as the story for Silas. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my long reading.
For you, it might be late.
Good night.
For me, it's the perfect time to start the day.
No, I'm not starting the day, Silas. You're crazy for thinking that. Anyway, all right. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.